Verse 49. But one of them, Caiaphas, was high priest, that year said to them, you know nothing at all. Okay, so Caiaphas, he was high priest. Remember that two high priests, Anna and Caiaphas. Anna, his father-in-law, was actually the high priest, and he was deposed by the Romans. But the Jews didn't accept that for the simple reason. Jews, I'm not speaking of the people, didn't accept that for the simple reason that the high priest says high priest till he dies, like the Pope, kind of in general. Right? We know there were exceptions to the rule. And so this is now Caiaphas, who was a high priest according to the Roman system. He then spoke out, telling him, you know nothing at all. So what is his solution? Verse 50. Nor do you understand, it is better for you that one man should die for the people, not that the whole nation should perish. These guys were saying like, the people out there, the populace, they know nothing, they're a bunch of fools. Now, Caiaphas is like telling them, you, not the populace out there, you know nothing at all. Ah, man, and again we need to see John's sense of humor here. We're speaking of knowledge, knowing. They think they know it all. And here, even one of their own, well, the highest of their own, is saying, you know nothing at all. Ah, man, I don't know. When John wrote this down, maybe he had a smile on his face, kind of wondering, will these guys see? Will these guys understand? My readers, that is. Will they understand that these words, that you claim to know it all, and that the populace knows nothing? Yeah, Caiaphas the ones claiming you know nothing, and they know, you know nothing, right? It's again, knowing God. J.A. Packer, knowing God. Do you know God? Does he know you? Well, I already spoke about that. But I mean, it's funny. Sad, but funny. So, verse 50. Nor do you understand it's better for you that one man should die for the people, not the whole nation should perish. So what is best for you, ultimately? What's better for you? Let one die. And instead of the whole nation. That age-old question of the train and the track and the view, the father, his son is trapped on the side and other people on the other side. So what are you going to do? The bridge is down on that side and everybody in the train will die, or his son is playing here and his foot is caught there and he will die. So what do? Do you let the train go and kill your son, or you let the train go straight and everybody else there is safe? No, I mean, I know what I would do, because you need to, whichever thing is going to happen, you're going to live with a lot of regret. Either killing so many other people or killing your son, whichever way you're going to live with regret. But there's a little bit like this conundrum here. So what do you do? According to Caiaphas, the easy answer is, the death of one is a lot better than the death of all. Right, so let's sacrifice one so that the rest will stay alive. Now, from his point of view, Jesus continues and the Romans will come and will kill all, which they knew it's not going to happen, except if Jesus is going to be like the other messiahs. He was not. Jesus was never taking the sword up and fighting against them, unlike the other people. He was not leaving people into the desert to build a group of soldiers like Muhammad did, for example, and like other messiahs did. He did not do that. So he knew that Jesus is not like that. So the words he's saying here is, in other words, the implication is a lie, because he knows the truth that Jesus is different. Jesus' deeds, right? They're not like the deeds of the other messiahs, or even like the deeds of Muhammad, right? Not at all. Not at all. So he should have. The woman, Martha, understood. The Samaritan woman, the blind man, the official, the Gentile, they all understood. These guys play the game as if something bad is going to happen with Jesus. No, they knew it won't. But they had to get rid of him. So they had to play as if something bad. And if it's bad, then it's going to be really bad and they're all going to die. And then in that case, yeah, kind of logical, one die for instead of the whole group. It's kind of always funny for me in American movies how they're like Saving Private Ryan, for example. They will send in so many people to go and save one person, one soldier behind enemy lines. And in the process, 10 or 15 other soldiers would die to save the one. Maybe even this guy will die. Anyhow, is that worth it? No, okay, I understand. There's a whole concept behind it. Like, if you don't do that, then the other soldiers, when they're fighting, they'll feel that your back is not covered. So if something happens to you, you're just there. Okay, so to make movies about people being sent to save you, kind of make you feel that, okay, whatever is going to happen, they've got my back. They will try and get me out of here. That gives you hope. Even if they're not going to try, at least it gives you hope that you've seen in the movies it most likely or it might happen. Okay, so I understand for that reason. But still, if you are you and you would understand, no, would you have gone in there to save somebody else and then lose your life, 10 of you lose your life for your sake? I would rather be in captive than risking 10 other people's lives for save my life. I kind of would have rather. Anyhow, but yeah, that's a little bit what Caiaphas is speaking about here.